Hello friends, Connor the Car Guru here with Wilson Motor with 3 awesome brand new cars to our lot. We're doing a sports black edition because all 3 cars are sport cars and they are all black. Check them out. Over here we have a 2016 Mercedes-Benz C300. In the middle we got a 2015 Dodge Challenger, and on the right we have a 2011 Mazda MX-5, I believe is what it is. I don't remember my Mazdas very well, but let's start over here with the Mercedes. We'll go left to right again today. Walking around the outside, beautiful vehicle. Very minor scratches, but obviously being a used vehicle, there are still a few. I'm just kind of seeing on the door there are a few. Here's kind of some bigger ones right here, kind of right there on the side. Tires are all in pretty great condition. Here's a scratch right here. Obviously terrible wash job by me. I did a quick wash job because it's the end of the day. All the way around the vehicle, no dents or anything. Oh, I lied. I'm sorry. There is one little small dent right here, but very hard to see. You got to squint really hard to see it. Beautiful car though. Here in the back seat, awesome leather seats. These are your anchors for your child seats if you have any children. These people driving Mercedes, I feel like, don't have that small of children. Here you're gonna have a little ashtray and a 12-volt charger there. This is how they can control if they want the air on or off back here. And then cup holders and armrest. Push these little buttons, they come out. Whoop, whoop. Pretty cool. Obviously, you got your windows and your cup holders and stuff on the side there too. Up here in the front though is where Mercedes really does some cool stuff. So what we're looking like here on miles wise, you're looking at about 79,695. Look, it's 55 degrees out right now. Feels a heck of a lot hotter than that, I'll tell you that though. So let me turn this on here, show you some cool stuff. So the way on Mercedes did this vehicle is you have a little trackpad here. It's kind of like you're using a laptop and you have the mouse pad. You kind of just slide over here and you can kind of play around with it. So as you can see, I'm moving up here, right to left. A couple different options. On this vehicle, you do have navigation. However, we do not have a navigation card, so you probably have to go to Mercedes to get that. But you do have the radio, FM, AM, XM, I believe as well. You're gonna have Bluetooth and auxiliary options. You have a CD player right here. Here's all of your controls for this screen as well if you don't want to use the trackpad to play around with it. Obviously, CD player 2. You use your climate controls. This is gonna be your volume right here. If you want to have your volume, you just kind of slide that however way you want it. You can turn your screen on or off with this button. Boop. Turn it back on. It shows the Mercedes-Benz logo. Right here's a cool option, dynamic. It's kind of like what Ford does with your different driving options. It does the same thing. So you have 5 modes. You have an eco mode. You have a comfort mode. You have a sport mode. You have a sport plus mode, which makes it kind of cooler. The only thing I noticed that really does anything different is it turns the auto start stop option off, so it doesn't turn it off. Then you have your individual mode, which you kind of control how you want to do it. You can adjust it to how you want it to drive to you personally, if you don't want to do one of the 4 options that Mercedes does for you. So it shows you on the screen, also shows you up here on your center console there, or your cluster there as well. Kind of cool. You got your speedometer on the left instead of the right, like normally you see that in vehicles. I believe that's being a European version of a car, that's what they do. But your RPMs are on the right with your temperature gauge, and also your gas is on the left here. Obviously you have your phone controls up here on the left side. You're gonna have your cruise control is in the back, I believe, right here. It does come with the adaptive, I believe it's adaptive cruise control, and also your lane keeping assist with this little side button right here. This is going to be all of your wipers and your blinkers, and then this is going to be right here your shifter. It's kind of cool because you have to push it in if you want to park, up for reverse, push down for neutral, push down again for drive, and then you push this little button on the end for it to go into park. And it does that. Mirrors over here, kind of some cool options. Obviously you're going to change your mirrors, you push one of these buttons here, but you can also fold in the mirrors by pushing this button right here, and it will unfold again if you push that button, this button right there. All your 4 windows, this will lock the windows obviously. Here's your chair controls. You have 3 settings you can save it to. You can move like your headrests, This will move your actual chair back and forth. This moves the bottom up and down. And this fourth option right here moves this guy for your leg adjustments. Kind of cool. You have all the same options on the passenger seat as well, except for that leg adjustment right here. This one does not move forward, unfortunately. There's only a driver's option. In here, you're going to have cup holders. You're going to have the smoke charger there. You can pull that out to have a 12-volt charger there. And a little ashtray there as well. It does come with a engine start-stop option, so you can swap your key out there, and you can put that in there and just have the fob in here. There's a little extra option storage right here. And you have your USB chargers. And there's your SD card for either music or for the navigation there. Up here on top, you have a couple different options too. Obviously, if your SOS call, if you get stuck somewhere, you can call that way. You don't have a phone. Here you have your lights. You're going to have your lights in the interior of the car too. Your fancy mirror, which will help do the auto dimming as well. And then it actually has the camera right in there pointing out, so you can get that adaptive cruise control and also the lane keeping assist. All right, let's move over here to our Challenger. The Challenger, I also did a pretty bad job cleaning up, so don't judge it by the outside too much, at least. Walking around here on the Challenger, obviously you're gonna have your Challenger up there in the front. It tells everybody that's what you're driving. You're the cool cat in town. This is a 2015. There are a lot of scratch marks on this, so this is more of a used vehicle, so you can see scratch marks here. Really bad paint, or not paint job, but a wiping job. Yeah, scratch marks along the side over here. Key scratch marks there. Scratch marks in the back. Here in the back as well. And there's a little paint job right there. It's kind of getting a little rust right there. So on that right side, it's pretty scratched up. The back has a little bit of scratches here, kind of underneath the Dodge. This plastic part is kind of getting a little bit worn. Let's see, and you got more scratches on this side underneath the fuel tank there. Scratches on the door, some dings and dents. So as long as you get over those scratches, it's an awesome vehicle. Still drives really fast, a lot of fun to play with. Like I said here though, you're gonna have less room in the back seat of this one than you do in the Mercedes. There's hardly any room right there, as you can see. But you do have that back seat option. Up here in the front, turn on our Challenger. We're pretty close to the same amount of miles there and how we are with the other one. You're about 80,474 on your speedometer. Still says 55 degrees, so I guess the Mercedes was right with that one. Over here you're gonna have your light options, opening your trunk, some other things there. I actually don't even know what those do. I'll have to play around with those. Oh, look at that. I play around with it. Turns the lights on in here in the car. That's cool. Wow. Look at that. It's a rave. Just kidding, not really. Anyways, up here you have a little smaller screen, but it doesn't have navigation, but it does come with a compass. So that way you know which direction you're going in case if you don't happen to live here in Utah and say the big mountains are on the east and the small mountains on the west. Obviously you have your media, so you can hook up to your phone if you want to. You can probably do that also with a USB, which I believe is going to be right in here. Aux cord, USB, SD card for music as well, and a 12-volt charger. A little extra storage, not very much, but a little bit. Or you can do Bluetooth. It does have the radio as well. You can hook up to your phone. Like I said there, you can do AM, FM radio. Here's your climate control, so you can do that on the screen if you'd like to. You can also do your climate down here. Here's a sport mode to make it go faster and go vroom. Also additional audio controls. Look at that, there's a more option. What is that? Hey, the outside temperature. You have a mirror dimmer there. You can push that to dim your mirror. You can turn your screen off. Here's your clock settings and things like that. Other settings you can play around with too. Touch screen and turn back on. There it is. Wow, that's pretty cool. Some fancy things there. Up here on your steering wheel, you're gonna have all of your audio controls and your up front different options there. Messages, your audio, your trip info, your fuel economy, your performance, your vehicle info, your speedometer, all different things. You also have your RPMs and your speedometer on this side as well, which is the actual thing. Your gas, where you're driving there, which mode you're in there, and also your temperature are all going to be digitalized as well. Here on the steering wheel, so like I said, yeah, this is to change that. Here's your phone options. This is going to be your cruise control. And this is 3 buttons that do nothing. They don't even push in. They just are there to make it match this cool side. And then with driving, obviously, you have your shifter down here. Tell which one you want to go into. You can kind of do a manual mode. And I believe that you have... Oh, you don't have paddle shifters on the back. Never mind. I don't know how you do it. Oh, I used to just do a manual on this side. I've already mentioned the Mercedes has the paddle shifters back here. But this one does not. So if you want to do manual mode, you can just do it playing here with this guy. As for the drive, you're just doing that. If you want to be an automatic, you can do that too. So that is our Dodge. This is something to think about too, is this silver stuff is coming off. So knowing me, I would just come in and I would take it off and make it black, because I really actually think this black looks a lot better underneath anyways. I don't really like the silver on it. It's kind of weird looking. And there's our options there. Now the last one is a real beauty. A real beauty and a real treat. Check this out here. So this guy's a 2011. It's actually even fun. It's really low miles. Has not been driven hardly at all. I believe it's about 5,000 miles on this. So it's really just sat in somebody's garage for the past, 11 years. Not really done anything. Walking around the outside, there are a couple scratches on it on those few miles that he's driven on it. So we got a little scratch right along here. There's a little adhesive scratch, looks like, so we could probably play around and try and get that off with some adhesive remover. Then back here, you got a little, it's an adhesive scratch there too. A couple of scratches there. Scratches there on the bumper. These wheels look awesome though. Honestly, they're probably original wheels since it hasn't been driven very much. Obviously, there's no backseat room in this one, as you can tell. But what this actually is, this is a hardtop convertible. So this all folds back into here. And this is a pretty cool car here too. So, it is a manual. So if you like driving fast, this one is definitely for you. It is a still key fob, even though it's 2011. So you have to have the key in, and then you just turn on this guy right here. So we're looking at 5,496 miles. That's pretty fantastic there for a 2011. Speedometer on the side, RPMs on this side. Here's your temperature, or your oil temperature. This is going to be your temperature of the engine. And then obviously your gas level on that left side, the fuel level there. You can have a passenger airbag on or off, turning on here with the keys. Here you're going to have your phone, if you connect your phone to the system. Also your audio controls. This is going to be your cruise controls here. Here are your wipers on the front, lights on the left. Lovely 2011 Bose sound system. So you have your radio, Sirius XM CDs, which is going to be not right there, they're right here. Your auxiliary there as well. Moving forward, your climate controls here, your heated seats. You just slide this over here. You can turn those heated seats on. Auxiliary cord down here, and your charger right there. Here are your cup holders right here. That's all the space you have right here in the middle. You don't have any extra, there's no extra storage space or anything. So all your storage will be here in the glove box, which still also isn't very big. But that's what you get when you drive a little two-seater. To get this off, you just have to push the release, and I don't think I'm gonna do that right now because I've never done it, and I don't want to break it in this video because that'd be really embarrassing. So I will play with that later. It looks like you just push this button here to kind of get it open and off. So you gotta release it, and then you can open and close it there. But it's a beautiful little car, and one that I would love to drive myself. But if you have any additional questions, I would love to help you out. feel free to reach out to me. You can reach out to me here on YouTube or on Facebook. Oh, that's a climb for me, a tall guy, to get out of. I don't fit very well in this car. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Hit me up on the emails. You can look at that in the link tree where that's at. So once again, going over these 3 vehicles that we have. We got the 2011 Mazda CX-5. No, MX-5. MX-5. The Mazda Miata. And that's 2011 with 5,000 miles on it. You got the 2015 Dodge Challenger with about 80,000 miles on it. And you got the 2016 Mercedes-Benz C300, which has 79,000 miles on it. All right, guys, that's it for me today. Have a good one.